Hey everyone! For this week's tips for zero waste hacks, I'm going to be showing you how you could be waste-free while at a Memorial Day party. Because who wants to be that trashy one? Not me, because disposables suck. Alright, let's get started. First and foremost, let's talk about this is a marathon and not a sprint at a Memorial Day party. So be sure to bring your reusable items for when you are drinking. And before I get into the reusable items you should have for your cups to avoid those nasty solo cups that are non-recyclable, let's talk about this nifty thing. It is not a reusable product, but it does help you reduce the amount of beer that is wasted since it keeps your beers nice and cold. But this is not why I'm bringing this on to show. I'm showing you this because my friends who say that they can not remember to bring their reusables with them and that's why they end up using disposables, I am calling bullshit. Because this thing wasn't like invented until a couple years ago. Don't know the exact date, don't really care because I don't really drink beer. Anyway, my friends remember to bring this all the time. They will not leave their house without it because God forbid they have a cold freaking beer on the boat, at the lake, or wherever they're at. So I have total faith that if you can remember this thing that is helping keep your beer cold, you can remember reusables that help out the planet and keep trash out of sight and not being used. So that is your little bit of encouragement as we dive deep into Memorial Day aspects. See, as I get used to the camera, I'm just gonna have cornier and cornier jokes. Sorry. First up, we have the different types of cups you could use. First and foremost, the reusable water bottle. I bring my filter with me too because we usually go to our friend's lake house and for Memorial Day, never really know how the tap is. So I bring my filter to purify the water. Also, I bring a lot of water bottles with me because again, this is a marathon, not a sprint. So stay hydrated because you're gonna be in the sun. I have these two different cups I'm more of a cocktail person than a beer drinker. So I usually use these. I honestly use a reusable one this large because I just like to water down my drinks because it's an all day event and we go out on the boat. So it's nice to have a top. Compare it to this one, which helps defeat the solo cups from arriving. It just doesn't have a top, but I still use it for like lemonade or whatever else is around. So this or this, I just tend to like drink more if I have a small cup. So it's nice to just have a big cup with just a little bit of liquor instead of this one that could be vice versa. But again, you are not me, so you do you. And you might not even be drinking on Memorial Day. Whatever floats your boat, if you're on a boat, but just try to avoid disposables and do reusables. All right, so this one I briefly talked about. Solo cups are infamous for showing up at parties, and it pisses me off because they suck, and for some reason, a party isn't a party if you don't have solo cups. Well, I'm telling you, a party is about gathering people together and not having disposable items around. I know that no matter how big the gathering is, disposable products end up coming out, but if we all remember to bring our own and sanitize them and make sure that we're not touching other our utensils to the plates or whatnot, we're totally fine. Because in reality, you think of the paper plates or plastic utensils that are out, people are putting their hands in it. So if you want to talk about spreading germs, that's a no-no. Bring your own and you're good to go. So anyways, this is good to stop those solo cups. Next, I love my container. For those that know me, I love leftovers. I will eat leftovers for days. You could get really creative with them. But regardless, this isn't just for storing the leftovers in. If you open this up, I wonder what's in it. Oh, what's in here? More reusable gear? How cool. Okay, so this actually serves as two plates if you don't want to like touch food, or if you're like me, you have your main food in here and then like you put the dessert on here. Whatever works. I put my zero waste pack in here. I figured I would open it up and put the stuff back in it so you could see that everything fits in here, because as you guys know, I like things to be compact. So we have my collapsible collapsible straw right here. Put that in there. Honestly, don't use a straw all that much, but you just never know. Then we have my little pouch that I put the beeswax in. This is great because, again, if there's sandwiches or anything I want to take home, I could wrap it up and it will stay super fresh. Especially, there's usually a lot of fruit at Memorial Day parties, and I love fruit, so I stash a lot in the beeswax, and it keeps it really nice and fresh until I get home. All right, then we have my collapsible spork that everyone knows I love because it like tears through the food really good no matter what you have, because honestly those plastic knives don't do shit at like a party anyway. So just have this. It's compact, beautiful. You could have soup if you're having clam chowder. Clam chowder on a hot day not really my thing, but you could have soup. You could poke at a salad. You could poke at a pasta salad, potato salad, whatever type of salad, fruit salad. You're good to go. Put this back in here. Bada bing, and already you're saving a ton of disposable products because you don't have to use like a plastic fork for every little thing, or a spoon or a knife. It's all in one. Then we have my reusable hanky that my friend Alex beautifully tie-dyed for me. So this, I honestly don't use as a hanky, I use it as a napkin, because at parties, either the cheesy printed napkins show up, which are pretty gnarly for the environment, or just regular napkins show up. So use your reusable hanky, and you get to see how deep this container is. It's really awesome because it's lined with silicone here, so you could actually put saucy things in here and move it around and it won't come out. So I'm a huge fan of this container. I got it at Package Free Shop along with like most of the stuff that I get, and stuff this in here like that. Bada bing, bada freaking boom. I am ready for Memorial Day, and this is all I bring, and I'm gonna save multiple items, if not dozen, of disposable products this Memorial Day weekend, and hopefully inspire others to do the same. I'll bring my compost bucket with me as well. Like I'll either bring extra compost in here or my stasher bag with the addition of my bucket so that my friends and family could also use it. Again, like I listed off a ton of these things, but I'm not bringing all of them. I know like my method and this method works for me, and you just find the method that works for you. So I hope you have an awesome Memorial Day weekend, whatever you're doing. If you're staying in, if you're being respectable, social distancing with people, if your state isn't opened up yet, have a virtual one. Just don't use disposables if you can avoid it. Awesome. Sweet. Thanks, you guys.